that's kind of good. Oh, we're here, and look at you in your jersey. That's it. You can see that's fabulous. Yay. It's you and me tonight, sister girl.
No, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm in serious soccer mom mode.
Wow, I'm saying.
So my son plays for Campo, which is this hat. Campo High School. He's having a big soccer pasta feed tonight for all the kids.
Aw.
I got his freshman year, I made these pesto meatballs, and I had 20 boys here, and they literally were like Wolverines. I mean, they were like, ah! You know, I never, like hyenas, wild hyenas.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gained a reputation for this. So now they've asked me specifically to make sure that I make these for them tonight. So,
oh, that's so cute. Well, we wish Lisa were here to have him, but she's not.
Well, and then of course, this is my Croatian soccer jersey, Luka Modric, arguably one of the greatest players in the world, which I'd be happy to discuss ad nauseum at another point, but and another time. He's so you know. Our little country has an amazing soccer history, so we're very proud.
Well, that's cool. I don't watch soccer, so I'm glad you do. But I do watch Ted Lasso.
And there you go. So, anywho, that's what's happening here. We're just so happy as sports parents, and I'm sure music parents, and band parents, and any parent that has a kid doing any activity. And your schools are open again. It's so wonderful to just go and see the kids do their thing. It's just, Jack's team lost the first game, and we didn't care. We're just happy to be here.
I don't care. I'm outside with people.
Exactly. And the kids are enjoying themselves and doing what they love. And it's just so important to try to get back to some normal life. So,
yeah. My husband got his second vaccine today. I get mine Wednesday.
Yay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we're all vaccinated up, and Jack is getting his on Saturday, his first one, because he's 16.
Oh wow! Oh, that's great.
So, and then Bella, her birthday's in a week and a half, and she turns 12. So they just changed the date to 12, but kind of last. So we'll see when their school suggests that we all get them going. But anyway, so that's happening. That's what's happening.
Yay. So I can't wait to see Pesto Meatballs.
So I'm gonna, because you don't know anything about meatballs, right?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. So I know. I told Lisa, I said, well, I'm making meatballs. Wait, let me get this off. Hold on.
Well, you guys did albondigas.
Yes, right.
Which is a meatball form.
There we go. I was like, why is this coming off? Okay, so this is the best way to feed a large group of very hungry, carbo-eating people. It's great for a crowd. After this, I'm just going to put it in a large dish, and then I'll take it over to their house. Okay. So this is my super, super shortcut. As you know, there are a million ways to make meatballs. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a penne pasta tonight, not spaghetti, because I just find penne with the crowd is a little easier to pick up.
Easier to dish out, yeah.
And because even though this would be really good with spaghetti, if you're doing it for more than, the 5 or 6 people at your house, it starts to become a big.
Yeah, well, I serve spaghetti at 7 Fishes for $30, and it's a chore.
It's a good arm workout, right?
Yeah.
So this recipe start of this recipe, and this is true, you can do with other things too, but it's all about the pesto, right? Mm-hmm. So you can buy store-bought pesto. You do not have to make it homemade, but just so you know, this took me all of 4 minutes to make. So you can do this. I know you can. Lisa has her basil pesto recipe on.
Yep, we did it early in the year. So yeah, you can find it on our YouTube channel if you want to see Lisa making it.
But this has garlic, fresh garlic, pine nuts, fresh basil, olive oil, salt, a little bit of pepper. And that's it.
Do you add a lemon or no?
I didn't add a lemon.
Okay.
Lemon. But you can if you like, and that'll probably help the color. But we didn't do that. So that's all this is. So basically all we're going to do is this is our cheat, right? This is sort of our shortcut. So we're going to add this to everything, and it's going to give all that nice Italian flavor to everything we do, and we don't have to do anything else.
Cool.
There's 2 other things we have to do, but they're really little. Okay. So I like to do a combo of beef and turkey. So this is a packet of each in here, I believe. I'll go look it up and make sure I get it right.
Probably a pound or something.
Yeah, probably a pound.
Yeah.
Take, plus or minus a little bit. Whatever they give you in the store. So start with your turkey, and we're going to take 1 egg. And you're getting my last egg. Thank God I had.
Oh my gosh.
And there's Parmesan cheese. Did I mention that in the pesto? There's Parmesan.
I don't know. But again, if you need to know, Lisa did it on the show last year.
And and you can buy store-bought. I would recommend if you're going to do store-bought, go into the fresh refrigerated and get the more fresh pesto.
Costco makes a really good one in the jar.
Right.
And it's in the refrigerator section. It's really good.
It's amazing the difference that it's a little fresher. But if you don't have it, just go get the already shelf stable.
Yeah.
Crack your 1 egg and put it inside here with your meats. Okay.
1 egg.
1 egg.
I'm saving all my eggshells because our photographer told us if you grind up your eggshells with your old coffee and put it around your fruit trees, it makes them grow better.
It's so funny. Since Panita did that, I now wash out all of my eggs before I put them in the cullet. I don't know why. I was like, it just seems like it's cleaner and less goopy. And because I
know. I'm doing it too.
Thank you, Panita.
Thank you.
So I also add 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Now you can, if you don't add the breadcrumbs, this helps just because otherwise the meat, especially the beef, can get kind of dense and heavy. So this is just a filler. And I'm sure they did this originally in Italy and mom's.
To use leftovers.
Yeah, it's leftovers. But it does add a little bit of a flavor texture. So I put a cup in here, but I'm going to eyeball it. Sorry, Peggy. And I'm thinking it's more 1/2 cup right now.
Peggy and our editor.
And your editor. I think it's more 1/2 cup. Let's go with 1/2 cup. Okay. So 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And we're also going to go with a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Now, I bought this grated because I like it when you put it in here to be really, really small. I don't want any of the long strips, so I didn't grate it myself. You could take Parmesan, throw this in your Cuisinart, and you'll get the same effect. But again, we got a crowd to feed here, so I'm taking some shortcuts. So we're going to do 1/4
Okay, so tell me about the breadcrumbs. Where did you make them or did you get them?
No, these are just store-bought breadcrumbs, unseasoned. I always buy unseasoned breadcrumbs because I figure the other night I made some breaded chicken and I used my lemon basil salt in the breadcrumbs, and it was so delicious. So it's up to you. But I just find I'd rather add my own salt and herbs to it. So, making your own breadcrumbs is great. It's a great leftover. If you have a leftover loaf of bread, throw it in the Cuisinart, put it in a Ziploc, or put it in a freezer-safe container. Put it in your freezer.
Yep.
I always keep breadcrumbs in the
freezer. It's in my freezer. You know it is.
You know why I'm telling you this. So I'm telling you this, it's not for your benefit.
Yes, that's true. Everyone needs to know.
Everyone needs to know. So we've got our egg. We've got 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup of parm. I'm also going to put just a tiny bit of tomato sauce. I like it in here because when the meatballs cook, I like how the tomato sauce kind of makes the it caramelizes a little bit on the meatballs. So we're just going to put about 1/4 cup, just a little bit, not a lot.
Okay.
Put it in there. Okay. Now we're going to put some. Where's my other thing? Sorry, I'm lost all my spoons. Okay. We're going to do 2 heaping tablespoons of pesto. Okay.
Okay.
Heaping, I mean heaping. So we're gonna
Yeah. So that's 2 pounds of meat. We're just in case anybody missed it. This is about 2 pounds of meat. Yeah.
And then we're going to do about a tablespoon of olive oil just to let this get nice and lubed up here. All right.
Uh-huh.
I think that's it. Oh, no, I don't need any more
Well,
salt.
that I have to say the pesto is a great shortcut. All your spices, salt is in the cheese.
Now, you can do meatballs, you can do any flavor profile you want. But this one I find, the kids love it because it's just really good. And it's a pretty, it's delicious. Okay. So
easy, kind of cheesy. It's lovely. Yeah.
So take your hands and you're just going to really get messy here. Okay. So just don't be afraid, and make sure you find that egg and make sure it gets mixed around. And you're just going to make a big old mess and just keep
squishy all together.
Squeamish. This may not be the job for you. Give it to somebody else.
I do take my rings off for that job.
You do. Well, you have a lot to take off.
Yes, I would say 2 heaping tablespoons is a 1/4 cup-ish. I almost said that. I think it is.
Yeah.
That size. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. And again, that's something that you can do a little less or a little more. It's up to you. If you like
the balls, you can add what you want.
Yeah, you make it what you like. It's a no problem. So, and in Croatian we say nema problema. So it's a no problem. Anyway,
there you go.
So this is just a big mess here. That's okay. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be delicious.
The one thing about beef is that I always, you got to make sure that you really, it gets kind of clumpy, and when you're mixing it with the turkey, I just try to spread it out a little bit so you don't get a big old clump. Just kind of put your fingers through, make sure you don't find any kind of hard clumps.
Yeah.
Separate it.
I like it. I mix mine with my regular meatballs with turkey and pork always.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my husband picked up beef, so that's what we're doing tonight.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm going to wash my hands really quickly, and then I have another shortcut to show you. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I'm just...
Yeah, so you've got the salt is really in the cheese and the tomato paste too. The tomato adds some salt.
Yeah, we're going to pesto to the marinara as well. So, and that's it. You can taste it, and if you feel like you need a little more salt, you can always use. Here comes the product. Hollie's Homegrown.
Product placement.
Not as Italian.
Yes, not as Italian would be perfect.
Ding. So there you go. So yeah, you can use that. And that's what I put in the pesto instead of regular salt. So I'm going to take a cookie sheet and I'm going to grease it up here. A little olive oil. I'm going to do this really quick. Okay, so if you use wet hands, it's easier to deal with this stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like mine. Now we got a lot of kids here, so I'm not going to make these huge. About a ping pong ball size, okay?
Mm-hmm. No, I have not made meatballs on the show.
You haven't?
Isn't that funny?
Cool.
Someone's asking, and no, I have not. I've made meatloaf.
All right. Well, you have to do your whole show, your whole one-woman show.
Yes.
Tell us all about your show.
Oh, yes, my meatball show. Well, I do when I am touring my show, The Meatball Chronicles, I do have an apron that has my meatball recipe attached. But basically, the whole show is my family recipe. Well, my recipe for a meatball, and it's all the ingredients broken down into stories. So that's how it goes.
I want to watch it. I want to see.
I'm sure theater's coming back one of these days.
Yes. Well, when are we going to be able to see you do that again?
I'm not sure, actually. Lisa and I keep talking about filming it, so hopefully this year we'll be able to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, I'm going to just.
So how big are these? Are you just rolling them like about an inch?
Like ping pong balls. It depends on your crowd, right? I got a lot of boys to feed, so I'm going to do these a little smaller. Because we're gonna have garlic bread and we're gonna have a big salad, and so that way each one of them can take a couple, and then if there's any left, they can fight over them.
Yeah, right. And so you have those on a parchment lined sheet. Is that what you have, baking sheet, or no?
just a baking sheet with
just a baking sheet. Okay.
Yeah, I ran out of parchment and I keep forgetting to get it. But so if you have parchment, use it. If you don't, just do what I'm doing. Just a little. I generously
spray it with like, you know, an olive oil spray or something like that too, if you want.
I'm gonna get my hands more wet. Hold on.
Ah, yes, we hope to be busy on a book tour. Yes, yes. That's true. We do. We were editing all weekend. I'm not kidding you. We worked probably 20 hours straight, pretty much. And I think we only got through the first half. So we're still working. It's
going to be so good. I just can't wait for it to come out. It's going to be fabulous.
I know. I'm very excited. So what temp are you cooking those on?
I'm doing them at 400 because these are a little smaller. And the thing is, after these are done, I'm going to put them in the marinara and let them cook a little bit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay if they're not fully cooked, but so that's
I always throw mine under the broiler,
which is another excellent idea.
Yep, my mom used to drop them right in the sauce. She never even.
My grandmother.
So easy.
Yeah, I've done that before too. It's good, but I like the little bit of brown. That's why I put the
I do too.
The tiny tomato in here because I find it just caramelizes things. And again, it's another layer of flavor and you know, for something as simple as pasta and meatballs, it gives a little more complexity.
Yeah.
Okay, so we cannot fit anything else in this pan.
All right. So the thing is with the meatballs, they don't have to be like cookies. They're not like cookies. They don't have to be 2 inches apart. They can be a little closer, but not touching.
So as you can see, we've got
there you go.
I made a lot of meatballs. That's a lot of my spicy meatballs. So then you take. I always do a final drizzle. Just let's do a quick drizzle over everybody. So everybody
drizzle. My editor's going, how much is a drizzle?
Everybody gets a little dousing, right? That's
it.
Okay. And then these babies are ready because the oven's preheated. So they're ready to go. We're going to put these
in. And how long do you think those will take?
That is a really, really good question.
They're pretty fast, I think.
Pretty fast. With a preheated oven at 400, I'm going to look at them in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm, that's what I'd say.
I'm guessing that'll probably be about right, but I will make sure that it's correct on the recipe when I type it out.
Okay, great.
All right. So next we're going to do the marinara. This is the world's fastest marinara. You ready?
Super fast.
Okay. You open up said can of tomato sauce, organic.
Okay, and how big of a can is that?
It's a can. It's 15 ounces, regular can.
All right, yeah, because you know you can get those big cans of tomatoes.
Right. So
28 ounces, the big cans are.
2.
Okay.
This is how complicated this is. Are you ready?
1, 2.
No, that's not it. Then we're going to take our pesto sauce again. Pesto shortcut. Already has basil, already has Parmesan, already has salt. Yum, yum, Parmesan, all ready to go.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to do another big heaping tablespoon in there. And if you know, my kids love pesto, so sometimes my my marinara tastes, it's almost half and half. So it just depends on what you like. I think let's do 2 because I'm looking at this now and it looks like it needs 2. Okay. 2 tablespoons in the sauce.
I love marinara mixed with.
No, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're just going to stir it in.
Yeah. And I'm saying this, whispering this to you guys, pizza topping.
So good.
It's a great pizza topping.
I get frozen pizza dough from Whole Foods. It's better than Trader Joe's. Sorry, Trader Joe's, but
100%. I agree.
It's like a world of difference better. And and this is what we do. We put pesto on the pizza, and then sometimes the kids like a little choke or and then a little bit more cheese. Now,
yes, there were pine nuts in her pesto. Yes,
were pine nuts, correct. So that is the marinara. The only thing I'm going to add besides the pesto, and this is one of my secrets, so don't tell everybody. I'm adding balsamic vinegar. So one of the things people always say, especially in Italian cooking, when you're doing tomato sauce, you should add a little sugar to cut the acid in the tomato. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't like adding sugar to anything. So my 2 shortcuts, instead of adding sugar, or my little quick tips, are I add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. It has to be good balsamic vinegar that has a little sweetness in it.
Yeah.
Or my mom's favorite trick is to add the Croatian fig spread, which is basically fig jam, or like.
Oh, that's a great idea. My husband makes the sauce with a carrot in it.
That's I've known people have done that too, because the carrot's
Yep.
sweet, right? So
Yep.
another good tip. So this is I grabbed this first before I should, with this Croatian jersey, I should have the fig spread, but that's okay. So it's just basically, again, a swirl.
A swirl.
A swirl, which
we decided a swirl was probably a tablespoon.
Yeah, this may be a teaspoon. You don't want a lot. You don't want a lot.
Yeah.
This is about a teaspoon, I would say. And that's it. That's your marinara. It's done. Okay.
Okay.
So now.
So again, those cans were marinara sauce. They were not tomatoes or crushed tomatoes.
Oh, they were just tomato, just plain tomato sauce, organic.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah.
So I'm going to do, if you find, I'm looking at this now and I'm wondering, gosh, this may not be enough because of course I overmade. Surprise. You can always just add more and more tomato sauces, which I might do. So let's put some more tomato. We're going to add another tomato sauce in here. Whoopsie. That's not going to be enough. So do 3. Again, for this recipe and this many meatballs, I'm thinking we might need more sauce. And I don't think we need any more pesto. So do 3 cans to 2 tablespoons.
Okay, and how many pounds of pasta are you making?
You people and your questions. Let me see.
Yes, we need to know.
Okay, it was 2 pounds.
Okay, and you're feeding how many, do you think?
Well, there is another mom that's making some raviolis. So
nice.
Yeah, so this will probably be for 10.
Okay.
10 to, you get, again, 10 Wolverines, 7, normal humans, this will probably feed 15. As a if you're doing this as a course, I always try to look at my bowls or what it is you're serving in and, try to gauge, how, what is it going to take to fill 10 of these or 7 of these or 6 of these.
Right. Yeah.
That's always helpful. So this is just going to stay on a low heat.
Okay.
We're going to drain the pasta because it's done. Watch out, sweetheart. Watch out.
Is that pan going to hold everything once you put in the meatballs? You're not going to put it in there, right?
I'm going to take the meatballs in batches, and I'm going to warm them through in the sauce. Then I'm going to put everything in a large container, and I'm just going to layer it. So I'm going to start with the pasta, then I'll do a little bit of marinara, because otherwise I need an enormous crab cooker to
mix everything in. Yeah.
Instead, I'm just going to take my like this. It's almost like a chafing dish pan.
Okay. Yeah.
Roasting pan, and I'll take all the pasta and I'll lay it in here, and then I'll put the marinara sauce on top. Then we'll put the meatballs and I'll kind of mix it together, and then we'll put some foil on it. And I may leave it in the oven just to stay warm before I deliver it, or put it in the oven when I get there. I know that these boys are so hungry, they don't care. Only whatever you put in front of them. So let me drain the pasta.
But that was a good question, because no, it would not have fit.
No, I mean, I have the pasta in this huge pot, but I just don't, you got to remember, you got to transport this stuff.
Yeah, if you're taking it somewhere, yeah. We need a way to carry it. Right. Yeah, so you have 2 pounds of meat, 2 pounds of pasta. Easy to remember.
Yeah, so we're just going to pour the pasta right in here. Okay. Can everybody see that?
Where are you? No.
Right here.
Okay, there you go. In the big, like it's like bigger than, oh, wow, where'd she go? Welp, you saw the end of it. She was putting it in the pan, and we'll see if she rejoins us. I don't know what happened. And then layering it in the pan, it's easier to mix it in that long kind of, I'd call that like a lasagna pan, big one, or a roasting pan. And that's going to help her get it to where she's going. Well, you guys can still see me, right? I'm not off the air. But I'm sure Holly is in the middle of making her meatballs. So that it will be posted on our Facebook page, the recipe. She will post that and pictures. And yes, she's using penne pasta. That's what she's doing for sure. It's easier to serve that than spaghetti. I thought she was going to make spaghetti, but she changed. What are you going to do? So yes, it's penne, pesto sauce, a tomato sauce with pesto, and the meatballs were made with pesto. So if you missed that part, go back and pick it up on YouTube. No, never a dull moment. That is faux show. So I'm going to put a couple things up on the screen here for you to remember. Our Instagram account at the Corona Kitch, and your action is to join a group called DemCast. They are doing great political work. So there's that. And also, if you're really wanting to know, you can join the Poor People's Campaign. Oh, there's Hollie. Let's see if I can get her on. She ditched. Is she in there? I don't see her. There she is. Wow.
About that.
Yeah, that's okay. We were like, Hollie, where'd you go?
And then blah blah blah. I turn around. I'm like,
so Poor People's Campaign, they do Moral Mondays, which is today. They were on Facebook. You can check them out. They're doing great work. We all have to band together and make sure we keep our voting rights, and we do something about police reform. There's so many things we need to do, and these two groups are on it. So please support them. Also, you can check out, hi, Bella. Hollie's Homegrown. That's where you can buy all of her products. So a little product placement press there. And good luck at your...
Go Cougars. All right. Well, I will take some photos tonight after I prep everything. But as you can see, this is a super simple, just get yourself some pesto and voila, you can make a super fast, really tasty meal.
Dinner for a crowd. Easy. Yeah. No, I don't think you got clocked by a KitchenAid. That's not what happened.
I thought I had plenty of juice in my battery, but I guess I was using my computer too long this morning. So
okay. Thank you, everybody.
It's going.
Your computer. Have a great time and say hi to everybody. Oops, I'm sorry I cut your little face off, Bella. Get in there. And have a good night wherever she is.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Okay. Have a great time.
All right. Bye.
Wear a mask. Get your vaccine.
Yes. Vaccine.